Chosen one. What if the person who walked away isn't gone because they stopped caring? What if they walked away because they were being forced to learn a lesson they could never learn while you were still beside them? Archangel Michael says there is a reason this message found you today. Someone who once believed they could move on without you is now facing a truth they can no longer ignore. They thought leaving would bring peace. They thought distance would erase the connection. They thought time would make them forget. But something unexpected happened. The farther they went, the stronger the realization became. And before this message ends, I will reveal the powerful sign that shows whether their return has already begun. Because according to Archangel Michael, the person who walked away is not the same person anymore. And what is happening behind the scenes right now may completely change the way you see your situation. Stay with me until the end, because every part of this message connects to the next, and the final revelation will bring everything together. My beloved one, I am Archangel Michael, and I ask you to listen carefully. There are moments in life when heaven begins moving pieces into place long before you can see the outcome. Most people think change begins when a message arrives. Most people think a reunion begins when someone returns. But the truth is very different. The return begins long before the first message is sent. It begins in the invisible. It begins inside the heart. It begins in the silence. And right now, something is happening behind the scenes that you cannot yet fully see. The person who walked away believed they were leaving a chapter behind. They believed they were closing a door. They believed they were stepping into a future where your presence would slowly fade from memory. Yet heaven had another plan. Because some connections are not forgotten simply because distance exists. Some lessons cannot be escaped. Some truths refuse to remain buried. For a long time, this person tried to convince themselves that leaving was the correct decision. They repeated the same story in their mind again and again. They told themselves they were stronger without you. They told themselves they no longer cared. They told themselves they had moved on. But every attempt to silence the truth only made it louder. Every distraction eventually failed. Every escape eventually ended. Every road somehow led them back to the same thought. You. What they do not fully understand is that the connection they tried to ignore has continued working beneath the surface. While you were growing, while you were healing, while you were learning, something inside them was changing too. This change did not happen overnight. It happened little by little, moment by moment, day after day, until eventually they could no longer deny what their heart had been trying to tell them. Chosen one, this message is not merely about another person. It is also about you. Because while heaven was working on them, heaven was working on you. You have survived disappointment. You have survived confusion. You have survived moments that made you question your own worth. You have carried burdens nobody else understood. You have fought battles nobody else could see. And through it all, you kept moving forward. Even when your strength felt small. Even when your faith felt weak. Even when the future looked uncertain. You continued. That matters more than you realize. Because the version of you that exists today is not the same version that existed when this story first began. You have changed. You have grown. You have become stronger, wiser, more aware, more connected to your own value. And that growth is part of the reason why this shift is now taking place. Many people ask heaven for restoration without first becoming ready to receive it. Many people ask for answers without becoming prepared for the truth. But you have been going through a preparation season. A season where old wounds were exposed. A season where hidden fears came to the surface. A season where your soul was learning lessons that could not be taught any other way. Nothing was wasted. Not the tears. Not the waiting. Not the loneliness. Not the uncertainty. Every experience served a purpose. Every challenge carried a lesson. Every delay contained protection. And now the atmosphere around your life is beginning to change. Perhaps you have felt it recently. A strange feeling. An inner knowing. A sense that something is different. A sense that something is approaching. That feeling is not random. Your spirit often recognizes movement before your eyes can see it. Your intuition often detects change before physical evidence appears. Something is shifting. The energy around this situation is no longer the same. The person who walked away is beginning to see things from a completely different perspective. Memories they once ignored now return unexpectedly. Things they once suppressed are becoming impossible to avoid. Questions they once pushed aside now demand answers. And this process is accelerating. But there is something important you must understand. Do not allow this message to become an excuse for waiting. Do not place your life on hold. do not stop moving forward. Because the greatest mistake people make is believing their future depends entirely on another person's decision. Your future belongs to God. Your future belongs to your purpose. Your future belongs to the path heaven has prepared for you. Whether someone returns or not, your value remains unchanged. Whether someone speaks or remains silent, your worth remains intact. Whether someone realizes your importance today or years from now, your destiny continues moving forward. Never forget that, because true power comes when you stop chasing validation and begin recognizing your own value. And that is exactly the lesson heaven has been teaching you. The person who walked away is being brought face to face with truths they can no longer avoid. But before they can return with clarity, something else must happen first. There is a hidden sign, a sign that appears before the reunion begins, a sign that most people overlook, a sign that reveals the shift has already started. And in part 2, Archangel Michael will reveal exactly what that sign is and why it changes everything. Stay with this message, because the story is only beginning. Chosen one. In the previous part, I told you that before a reunion begins, a hidden sign appears. Most people miss it. They spend all their time looking for a message, looking for a phone call, looking for a name appearing on their screen. But that is not the first sign. By the time a message arrives, the process has already been happening for much longer than anyone realizes. I am Archangel Michael, and today I want to reveal what happens before the return becomes visible. Listen carefully, because this message may explain something you have been feeling recently. The first sign is not outside of you. It begins within you. Suddenly, the emotions that once controlled you begin losing their power. The pain feels different. The waiting feels different. The attachment feels different. The situation no longer consumes every thought. You begin finding peace where chaos once existed. You begin feeling calm where anxiety once lived. And although nothing has physically changed yet, something deep inside starts settling. Many people think this means they are giving up, but they are wrong. It means they are healing, and healing changes everything. You see, heaven cannot always bring new blessings into a life that is still completely controlled by old wounds. That is why your growth matters. That is why your healing matters. That is why the lessons you have been learning matter. The person who walked away is not the only one being transformed. You are being transformed too. There was a time when their absence felt unbearable. There was a time when unanswered questions kept you awake. There was a time when you searched endlessly for explanations. But now something is changing. You are beginning to understand your own value. You are beginning to see yourself through different eyes. You are beginning to realize that your worth was never dependent on another person's ability to recognize it. That realization is powerful, because when you finally stop chasing validation, your energy changes. Your presence changes. Your confidence changes. Your entire vibration changes. And often, that is when the people who once overlooked you begin noticing what was in front of them all along. Chosen one. There is something else happening. The person who left has entered a season of reflection. The distractions that once kept them busy are losing their effectiveness. The noise around them is becoming quieter. And in that silence, truth becomes impossible to avoid. Memories return unexpectedly, not because they are trying to remember, but because the soul remembers what the mind tries to forget. A place reminds them of you. A song reminds them of you. A conversation reminds them of you. Even ordinary moments begin triggering unexpected thoughts. And each memory carries a lesson. Each memory carries a realization. Each memory brings them closer to understanding what they lost. Yet this process is not always comfortable. Growth rarely is. Truth rarely is. Awakening rarely is. There are moments when they try to resist it. Moments when they attempt to push the feelings away. Moments when they convince themselves they should continue moving forward without looking back. But every attempt seems weaker than the last, because something deeper is happening. Something their logical mind cannot fully explain. The truth is catching up with them, and truth always moves with power. My beloved one, do not mistake this message as a reason to stop living your life. This message is not asking you to wait. It is asking you to trust. Trust your growth. Trust your journey. Trust the lessons heaven has been teaching you. Because regardless of what another person chooses, your purpose continues. Your blessings continue. Your future continues. You are not standing still. You are moving forward. Every day, every step, every lesson. And that forward movement is exactly why this shift is becoming possible. Many times people want restoration without transformation, but heaven works differently. Transformation comes first, then restoration follows. That is why so much has been happening beneath the surface. That is why your season of preparation has felt so intense. That is why certain lessons kept repeating. You are being prepared for a greater level of clarity, and clarity is arriving. Can you feel it? Can you sense that something is different? Can you sense that old confusion is beginning to lift? Can you sense that answers are drawing closer? Those feelings are not accidents. Your spirit recognizes movement before your eyes do, and movement has already begun. The person who walked away is beginning to understand something important. They are beginning to understand that certain people cannot be replaced. Certain connections cannot be duplicated. Certain lessons cannot be ignored. And the more they try to move forward without facing this truth, the louder the truth becomes. Yet there is another sign, a much stronger sign, a sign that appears when the return is no longer just a possibility, but is beginning to move toward reality. This sign changes everything, because it reveals what is happening inside the heart of the person who left. Most people never recognize it until it is already unfolding. But in part 3, I will reveal this second sign and explain why it often appears shortly before a major breakthrough. Stay with me, chosen one, because the story is moving forward. And what comes next may answer questions you have carried for a very long time. Chosen one. In part 2, I revealed the first sign of a returning connection. It was not a message. It was not a phone call. It was not a sudden appearance. It was the peace that begins forming within you when heaven completes a season of healing. Now I want to reveal the second sign. This sign is different. This sign does not happen within you. It happens within them. And when it begins, the return often becomes much closer than anyone realizes. I am Archangel Michael, and I ask you to listen carefully, because many people misunderstand what happens when the heart finally awakens. For a long time, the person who walked away may have believed they were in control. They believed they could silence their emotions. They believed they could outrun their memories. They believed they could bury the truth beneath distractions, responsibilities, and everyday life. But there comes a moment when the heart grows tired of pretending. There comes a moment when the soul refuses to stay silent. There comes a moment when everything they avoided rises to the surface. And that moment changes everything. Chosen one. The second sign is this. They begin feeling your absence more strongly than they felt your presence. Think about that for a moment. When you were there, they may have taken you for granted. When you were available, they may not have fully appreciated your value. When you were giving your time, your attention, and your care, they may have assumed it would always be there. But absence teaches lessons that presence cannot. Distance reveals truths that closeness often hides. And now they are beginning to understand what your presence actually meant. The conversations, the support, the comfort, the understanding, the connection, the energy you brought into their life. What once seemed ordinary now feels irreplaceable. And this realization grows stronger with time. Not weaker, stronger. Because the heart recognizes value when it is no longer easily available. This is why some people suddenly begin remembering things they ignored before. Small moments, simple conversations, unexpected memories. Things they once considered insignificant now return with surprising emotional weight. The soul starts replaying what the mind once dismissed. And every memory carries a message. Every memory points toward a truth. Every memory reminds them of something they thought they could leave behind. Yet no matter how hard they try to move forward, the feeling remains. Because some lessons must be faced. Some truths must be acknowledged. Some connections must be understood. My beloved one, do not misunderstand what I am saying. This does not mean every returning person has changed completely. This does not mean every reunion is automatically meant to happen. Wisdom is still required. Discernment is still required. Growth is still required. The purpose of this message is not to encourage blind trust. The purpose of this message is to help you recognize spiritual movement. Because something is happening. The person who walked away is no longer seeing life through the same eyes. Experiences have changed them. Challenges have changed them. Consequences have changed them. Lessons have changed them. And whether they admit it publicly or not, they are beginning to recognize realities they once ignored. Chosen one. There is another stage in this process. A stage few people talk about. It happens when regret begins knocking at the door of the heart. Regret is uncomfortable. Regret asks difficult questions. Regret forces people to revisit choices they would rather avoid. And that is exactly why many people resist it. Yet eventually the resistance weakens. Eventually the excuses stop working. Eventually the truth becomes impossible to deny. The person who left may start asking themselves questions they never asked before. What if I was wrong? What if I misunderstood? What if I gave up too soon? What if I walked away from something important? These questions do not appear by accident. They appear when awareness begins expanding. They appear when the soul begins seeking truth. And once these questions take root, change often follows. Because every transformation begins with a realization. Every breakthrough begins with awareness. Every return begins with a shift in perspective. And perspective is changing. Right now, even if you cannot see it yet, even if there is no visible evidence yet, even if nothing seems different on the surface, the deeper process has already started. That is why I tell you again, continue focusing on your own growth. Continue building your own future. Continue strengthening your relationship with God. Continue becoming the highest version of yourself. Because your journey was never supposed to stop while waiting for someone else's decision. Your destiny remains active. Your purpose remains active. Your blessings remain active. And the stronger you become, the clearer everything else becomes. My beloved one, there is something even more powerful approaching. A stage beyond memory. A stage beyond regret. A stage beyond realization. It is the moment when silence becomes unbearable. The moment when holding everything inside becomes impossible. The moment when truth demands expression. This is the third sign. And when it appears, events begin moving much faster than before. Many people notice dramatic changes shortly after this stage begins. Unexpected contact, unexpected honesty, unexpected conversations, unexpected revelations. But before those things happen, something must occur inside the person who walked away. A battle between fear and truth. A battle between pride and vulnerability. A battle between staying silent and finally speaking. And in part 4, I will reveal why this battle is so important and how it often becomes the final step before everything changes. Stay with me, chosen one, because the message is becoming clearer. The pieces are coming together. And what Archangel Michael reveals next may be the very answer you have been searching for. Chosen one, in part 3, I revealed the second sign. The person who walked away begins feeling your absence more deeply than they ever appreciated your presence. Memories return. Regret grows. Awareness increases. The truth becomes harder to ignore. But now we arrive at the stage where everything begins to intensify. Because realizing the truth and acting on the truth are two very different things. I am Archangel Michael, and what I am about to reveal is the reason many people sense a shift long before any message arrives. Listen carefully, because this is the stage where the heart and the mind begin fighting for control. The person who walked away is no longer running from their feelings. The problem now is that they do not know what to do with them. Part of them wants to reach out. Part of them wants to remain silent. Part of them wants to tell the truth. Part of them fears what might happen if they do. This creates an inner conflict, a battle that grows stronger with every passing day. You see, fear always asks questions. What if they don't respond? What if it's too late? What if they have moved on? What if I ruined everything? Fear speaks loudly. Fear creates doubt. Fear creates hesitation. And for a time, fear may seem stronger than the truth. But there is something fear cannot do. Fear cannot erase what the heart knows. Fear cannot destroy a lesson that has already been learned. Fear cannot silence a truth that has fully awakened. Eventually, the pressure becomes too great. Eventually, pretending becomes exhausting. Eventually, avoidance becomes impossible. And that is when the battle begins to change. Chosen one. Many people think courage means having no fear. But true courage means moving forward despite fear. The person who left is approaching a moment where they must decide. Will they continue hiding? Or will they finally face the truth? This decision is not easy. Pride often stands in the way. Pride tells people to protect their image. Pride tells people to avoid vulnerability. Pride tells people to maintain control. But pride has a weakness. Pride becomes fragile when confronted by genuine truth. And the truth is becoming stronger. Every lesson they have learned. Every realization they have experienced. Every memory they have revisited. Every emotion they have tried to suppress. All of it is leading toward a single moment. A moment of honesty. A moment of clarity. A moment where something hidden finally comes into the light. My beloved one, while this battle is taking place within them, something important is happening within you. You are being asked to release the need to control the outcome. This may be one of the hardest lessons of all, because the human mind wants certainty. It wants guarantees. It wants timelines. It wants answers. But faith operates differently. Faith trusts even when every answer has not yet arrived. Faith remains steady even when details remain unknown. Faith understands that some things must unfold in their proper time. That is why I tell you not to become consumed by predictions. Do not become consumed by signs. Do not become consumed by expectations. Instead, remain focused on your own growth. Remain focused on your purpose. Remain focused on becoming the person heaven created you to be. Because your future does not depend on another person's choices. Your future depends on your willingness to walk the path prepared for you. And that path is still unfolding beautifully. Chosen one, there is a reason this message found you. There is a reason these words resonate within your spirit. Because you are entering a season where hidden things become visible, not only in relationships, but in every area of life. Truth is rising. Clarity is rising. Understanding is rising. And when truth rises, confusion begins losing its power. The person who walked away is discovering this firsthand. The excuses that once felt convincing no longer satisfy them. The stories they told themselves no longer provide comfort. The distance they created no longer brings peace. Because once the heart fully recognizes the truth, there is no returning to ignorance. Awareness changes everything. And awareness is exactly what is happening now. My beloved one, the next stage is the most powerful stage of all. Because eventually the battle ends. Eventually fear weakens. Eventually pride loses its grip. Eventually silence breaks. And when silence breaks, movement begins. This is where many people witness unexpected events. A conversation, a confession, an apology, a truth that has been hidden for a very long time. But before any of those things appear in the physical world, one final shift must happen. A shift that transforms realization into action. A shift that turns thoughts into decisions. A shift that turns feelings into movement. And in part 5, I will reveal the final sign. The sign that often appears just before everything changes. The sign that reveals why some doors reopen after people believe they were closed forever. Stay with me, chosen one. Because the story is reaching its conclusion. The lessons are coming together. The truth is becoming clear. And what Archangel Michael reveals next may be the most important message of all. Chosen one, we have come to the final part of this message. In part 1, I revealed that the shift begins long before anyone can see it. In part 2, I revealed that healing within you is often the first sign that something greater is unfolding. In part 3, I revealed that the person who walked away begins feeling your absence more deeply than they ever appreciated your presence. And in part 4, I revealed the battle taking place within them, a battle between fear and truth, pride and vulnerability, silence and honesty. Now we arrive at the final sign, the sign that often appears just before movement becomes reality. I am Archangel Michael, and I ask you to listen carefully, because this message is not only about another person's journey. It is also about your own. The final sign is simple. The truth becomes stronger than the fear. For a long time, they may have been fighting what they felt. For a long time, they may have been resisting what their heart already knew. For a long time, they may have convinced themselves that silence was easier than honesty. But there comes a moment when the weight of unspoken truth becomes heavier than the fear of speaking it. That moment changes everything. Because once truth becomes stronger than fear, action follows. A decision is made. A wall begins to fall. A door begins to open. A conversation becomes possible. And what once seemed impossible suddenly feels inevitable. Chosen one, this does not happen because of luck. It does not happen because of coincidence. It happens because growth has taken place. Lessons have been learned. Awareness has expanded. And the truth can no longer remain hidden. Yet there is something even more important I want you to understand. Your value was never dependent on whether someone returned. Your worth was never dependent on whether someone finally understood you. Your destiny was never dependent on another person's approval. You were valuable before they recognized it. You were worthy before they acknowledged it. You were chosen before anyone else saw your light. Never forget that. Because the greatest transformation in this story is not what happens to them. The greatest transformation is what happened to you. You became stronger. You became wiser. You became more connected to your purpose. You learned how to keep moving forward even when answers were delayed. You learned how to stand when life became difficult. You learned how to trust when the path ahead seemed uncertain. And that growth will continue blessing your future long after this chapter ends. My beloved one, some people return. Some people apologize. Some people finally tell the truth. And when that happens, you will have a choice. Not a choice made from pain. Not a choice made from loneliness. Not a choice made from fear. But a choice made from wisdom. A choice made from strength. A choice made from self-respect. Because you are no longer the person you used to be. You have evolved. You have grown. You have risen. And whatever happens next, you are prepared for it. Trust that. Trust yourself. Trust God's timing. Trust the lessons. Trust the journey. And most importantly, trust that what is truly meant for you will never pass you by. If this message found you at the right time, type, "I trust divine timing" in the comments below. And if this message spoke to your heart, take a moment to like this video so that more chosen ones can receive the message they need today. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future messages from Archangel Michael. Also, before you leave, I strongly encourage you to watch our most recent video on this channel. There may be another message waiting for you there, one that connects perfectly with what you heard today. Stay blessed, stay strong, stay aligned with your purpose. And remember, you are loved, you are guided, you are protected, and no matter what happens next, heaven walks beside you every step of the way. Archangel Michael's message ends here, but your new chapter is only beginning.